let's move to TFC DCU because we've already got a game postponed. I really wonder, before we move on, I wonder how that will go down. You know, how are they going to reschedule that and fit that into this tournament? Because there's no day where you don't have a game. So what are they going to do? Just put it on like another time slot? Like, it'll be wild.
I don't know. Play behind. I don't know. Don't you have big gaps in the middle of the day where there's just no games?
Yeah, but the reason they do that is
It's
because
because
of
of the heat.
the heat. Yeah, they don't want anybody dying.
Maybe, I don't know, put up a tent. Do a little five-a-side.
I love it. I love it. All right. TFC DCU. I'm excited for this game. This game's going to be good. Connor, tell me where we left off with these two teams, who you're watching, and what your predictions are.
So I think that this is an extremely important game, and I think that every game is big in this group because I feel like this is one of the most up-in-the-air groups in the competition, and I think that any team in the group has a chance of moving on. And obviously the game between Toronto and DC will loom large. These are two, on paper, strong teams. With that being said, you got to remember that Ben Olsen is the coach of DC, and that throws a monkey wrench into everything. Yeah, I think that this group will require teams to grab points any way that they can. So, like I said, a very important game. So, on the Toronto side of things, some players to watch for me, obviously, Pozuelo. And then I also said Omar Gonzalez. So, Alejandro Pozuelo.
Anytime that name comes up on this podcast, I need to throw up.
Okay, sorry.
Even though I
throw up out of the
brought
way?
it up. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I hope you're feeling better.
I'm not.
Alejandro Pozuelo, he's obviously going to be the root of the entire Toronto attack. So, meaning that if he does well, the attack will do well. And if he does not do well, there's a good chance that the Toronto attack will not do well. And we all know he's a super special player in this league. He's a superstar, and it doesn't matter if that's him playing at striker, false nine, attacking midfield. He's going to be a really strong player for them. And if DC can find a way to stop him, which is going to be really hard, obviously, but if they can find a way to stop him, I think that could really hurt the Toronto attack. So I think that's a player that they should really focus on. And then there's Omar Gonzalez. If you want to get your throw up out of the way. He's in defense. And
is it really? I thought they were playing him as striker this year.
Oh yeah. He does both. He does a little bit of everything. He dabbles in goal, in defense. He plays striker. He's a multi-talented man. Okay, he can play wherever he wants. Sure. But right now, he's choosing to play center back right now. So.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. In that Toronto defense, which I feel like is very solid defense. Most of these guys have been playing together for a while. Obviously, Omar Gonzalez is newer, but then you still have Oro. I think that he's going to need to step up and be a big player for their defense if they really want to make their defense very solid. I think they still will be okay, even if he's not playing at the top of his game. But to take them to another level, I think he has to step up, be a leader in that back line, and play really well. And if he can do that, and they get Pozuelo firing, we already know how good Toronto can be in knockouts. If they can just get to the knockout stage, they're going to be super hard to stop unless they play Seattle, because we all know how that situation goes. And then on the DC side of things, my two players to watch are Julian Gressel and Bill Hamid. Now,
you and your goalkeepers, man. Everybody says I have a soft spot for goalkeepers. I'm pretty sure everybody added was a goalkeeper except for Toronto. Anyways.
Yes, so far. I don't know if the rest are goalkeepers. I don't think they are. Anyways, Gresselmania, one of the most underrated players in the league. I think we all know this. The real question is, where is Ben Olsen going to play him?
Goalkeeper. Left back.
I was literally going to say, I have that written in my notes. It can honestly be in goal, because that's how Ben Olsen operates. Gressel can play well in a lot of different areas in the field, and we know this. He can play on the right as like a wingback role. He can play as more of a center mid, but he's been playing him at attacking mid to start the season, and that has not gone well. So we need to take this Dax McCarty experiment and shut it down, put Gressel back where he is supposed to be playing, and utilize him in the way that he's supposed to be used, in a very underrated way that doesn't show up as much in the goals and the assists, doing the little things, and really helping DCU solidify their game. And then obviously Bill Hamid, same argument with Andre Blake, holy inconsistency. If you can, there's not a lot of games in this tournament. If you can get him in this short window to play well and not be inconsistent, then that would be insane for them. It'd be great because good Bill Hamid is good, but bad Bill Hamid is really bad too. So
what an insight.
yeah, this is the analysis that everybody loves on this channel. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's not really an in between. There is no okay Bill Hamid. It's good Bill Hamid or bad Bill Hamid. So which one are you going to get? I think that's going to be a lot for this group because, like I said, every point is going to matter. So if you get bad Bill Hamid and he makes mistakes, that's going to cost DC big time. So you really need him to step up and play well. And with that being said, my prediction for this game, I'm going with a 2-2 tie. So both teams are going to pick up an important point.
Interesting. I will put money on it that Julian Gressel is playing striker by the end of the year. At some point, whether it's late in the game, I don't think he'll start there, but he'll move there at some point, like when DC are down and they need a goal. Olsen's going to send it up.
DC's up. He's going to be playing center back.
Oh man, dude, he would be. I would like. I'm genuinely like. I'd probably if Ben Olsen doesn't play him at striker by the end of the year, I will buy you a new striker.
It probably will happen.
That whole time listening to Connor talk about DC and specifically Gressel, I just thought how much it sounds like when you like lend something that's really personal to someone else and then they just completely like break it. Like Atlanta fans were like, here's this really special player, and then he's playing like left back, and you're like, no, that's not what he's for. That's not why we gave you him.
That's a perfect analogy. I
That
really
is
like
so
that.
good. That's so good.
Like Atlanta fans are just watching this like bashing their heads against the wall. Like that's not why we gave you him. Stop misusing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bashing their head
that's
against the
perfect.
wall because they let him go in the first place. Then
Well,
they're putting it even farther through the wall because he's being used as a cam.
Yeah. Wait until he's a striker. They're gonna just liquidate the entire city of Atlanta.
Worse than when they blew the 28-3 lead.
Oh God.